Smart politics for stupid times. Welcome to the Unprecedented Podcast with John Aravosis and Cliff Schecter.
Well, it also raises the question of why Mike Pence is so creeped out of being alone with a woman. He doesn't trust himself? You know what? I mean, I'm gay. I trust myself in a room alone with another guy during a work meeting. I don't usually hit on guys during work meetings. It's not something I do.
I've had work meetings with John, and you all know I'm pretty hot, and he's never tried anything.
Well, you know. Have you gone through puberty, Cliff?
Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway.
Ding, 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 ding. Exactly. I know they like that.
Well, you know, let's talk about. I mean, what the hell? Let's talk about Moore and all these stories, because one of our big topic of the day was going to be Roy Moore, Al Franken, Donald Trump, he of the 16 to 22 accusations himself.
Right.
Let's jump into it, because there's a lot going on here. And
can you just do for everybody so they can put it in context? Because you did this before we went on air here, John. Read the number of accusations against Trump, and also the years they happened, so people can actually hear all that and get an idea what we're talking about here.
Yep. And this was a list from Daily Beast. It may not be all inclusive, but it's a good list of the worst ones. Okay. Early 1980s, groped a woman on a flight. 1989, Ivana, his then wife, says that she felt violated during sex and that he raped her. Early 1990s, reached up the skirt of a woman at the China Club and grabbed her vagina. That was how she put it. He didn't just try to get her underwear. He actually grabbed onto her. 1993, makeup artist alleges Trump tried to rape her. 1997, Miss Teen USA contestants say Trump leered at them. 1997, 21-year-old Miss USA participant says he forcibly kissed her. 1998, grabbed a woman's breast during the U.S. Open. 2003, groped a woman at Mar-a-Lago. 2005, forcibly kisses a woman at Trump Tower. 2005, admitted that he looks at naked beauty queens, that he would slip into the teenage beauty contest and watch all the girls naked, the underage girls. 2005, the famous Access Hollywood tape where Trump brags that he has and will assault women at will because he can grab them by the pussy because he's famous. 2005, apparently 2005 was a banner year for Trump.
It really
People
was.
Magazine, a People Magazine reporter says Trump pushed her against the wall and forcibly kissed her. 2006, former Miss Finland says Trump groped her. 2007, former Apprentice star says he thrust his genitals at her. 2010, Trump allegedly tried to kiss a woman in a boardroom. 2013, another woman alleges Trump groped her.
Wow.
See a pattern here, folks?
No, I can't see anything there. What's that say?
It's because there's so...
2013. So what is he now? 71? 70? He was
70.
67? I mean, the
Going
man's
on
he's not even slowing down at being a scumbag.
No. It's
When does the first White House staffer come out is the question.
What's annoying is then Trump finally weighed in last night about the Franken stuff, did his typical thing of, a nasty little tweet about, Al Franken, where were his hands in all the other pictures? Trump has refused to weigh in on Roy Moore. The White House has put out a statement saying that it's up to the people of Alabama, and Trump is basically what they said was, this was the old, if it can be proven that Roy Moore did it, then he should step down. Trump knows it can't be proven. There's no camera, right?
Yep.
So that, therefore, what Trump actually is saying is, I am with Roy Moore, vote for Roy Moore. And just to add to it, Sarah Huckabee was asked at the White House yesterday about this, and she reiterated basically the fact that Trump said all the allegations against him are false. So all these 16 to 22 women accusing Trump of this are liars.
And just so you know, like John went through, I didn't say all the names, so let's put a name to one of them. I'm just seeing this, I've seen it before. Katie Johnson, who came forward and accused Donald Trump of raping her when she was 13. So just in case...
Actually, that's true, too.
You're
right.
Know
You're
the
right.
worst.
Forget about that one.
So I don't think it was on that list. I'm sure there's a good half dozen to a dozen more, and which more is always more with more. And now, with Roy Moore, we know that there are at least 9, is it? 7, 8, 9 that have come forward so far?
There are 9 women who have complained. It's varying degrees from attempted rape to... He came on to me, I was really young, and it was creepy as hell. So there are variable, except even the ones that were creepy as hell, a lot of them were at the mall. A number of them were in high school, like the one that he hit on the girl in her high school civics class. He asked her out.
Yep.
He went to talk to her high school civics class as a lawyer in his 30s, and he saw a hot high school chick in class and asked her out. Who does that?
Don't know.
But, Canadians.
Ugh, if there weren't so many damn Canadians in this country, all these sexual... I'm convinced that if the Canadians would stop their behavior, there'd be no sexual assault. I was talking about Jesse Helms on Gays. Remember that?
Yep. But no, so I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. Obviously, the Al Franken stories come up. We wanted to discuss that as well. As we said, there were also 4 new women now accusing Moore of what they considered age-inappropriate behavior, including one who he, of course, meets her working in the men's department at Sears, of course, hits on her, asks her out. Hits on her. The boss at Sears says, actually, this may be the one that he got in trig class, I think, because her boss even said, be careful of that guy, right?
Yes.
I don't know if it was her or
no,
another one.
No, I think it was her, as I remember that story. I think she's the one that said no and thought it was over because he asked her out there. And then I think he actually called her.
No, this is the trig one. You're right, because then he calls her in trig class out of the blue, yanks her out of class, and I think she's the one.
Because a strange guy called them while they're in trig class.
Can you imagine? Well, and there were 4 new women that came out in the last couple of days, so all these stories get blended. But I think she's the one who said, like, dude, do you know how old I am? And his defense was, of course, I date girls your age all the time.
I like the younger lady folk.
That's the defense. Yeah, I know how old you are. Of course I know how old you are. Why do you think I'm talking to you?
His defense, like, shit, I mean, come on. We call this, we have a very special name for this in the Moore family. It's called Saturday at the mall.
Exactly. You've been listening to a free episode of the Unprecedented Podcast. Please subscribe over at iTunes, www.unprecedentedpodcast.com, or at Patreon, where you can get our premium episodes as well at patreon.com/unprecedentedpodcast. Both of those URLs can be found in the description of this episode. Thanks so much.